The future tends to bring people together beyond their issue, beyond their particular agenda, but to be able to maybe put a little bit of that aside for our kids and grandkids to say, what do we want to leave for them? Maybe we've gotten used to the litter. Maybe we've gotten used to wood over windows, and we've gotten used to it, we've gotten normalized to it, and we can't imagine something different for ourselves. So some of what we have to do is straighten our back and lift our eyes and say, we can have something better than this. As the name would suggest, we are imagining together what our future is going to be for our kids and grandkids. You know, we chose a date far enough out there, 2040, to kind of take ourselves out of it, to say, what kind of city do we want to leave for our kids and their kids?
I think as this plan launches, I am most excited about the number of people and community members who have provided input and the number who have raised their hand and said, yes, we are ready to be part of creating our future. Let's go forth and do it together. And I think this plan gives us a framework and a roadmap to do great work, but to do it in a coordinated way so that we see some real tangible results in 2040, but hopefully also a lot sooner with some steps along the way.
One of the things that we did was we ran through several scenarios. We basically tried on the future. We tried on 14 different futures for St. Joseph. If this happens, where are we going to be by 2040? If this other thing happens, where are we going to be by 2040? And when we looked at all those things, we were like, oh my goodness, there are some things we can control that will impact our future. Things like wanting to have a truly high quality, livable community that people can be proud to call home. Having a community where poverty is less of an issue. Having a community where crime is less of an issue. There's 6 or 7 issues that fell out of that process, and that's what we built our plan around.
The importance of Imagine St. Joseph 2040 really relates to what future success looks like. What will drive future success, whether it's the economy, jobs, or a community, is that ability to attract and retain talent. And in that regard, we have to become a better community, because if we're not, then we will lose ground. We already are. In many respects, we're seeing people leave our community, not because it's not a good place to work. It's more about it's not the place they want to live.
If things are going in a direction you don't want, simply doing what you've always done is going to get you more of what you don't want. If we watch and wait and do nothing, 20 years from now, this is the future we're going to inherit. And that image is frightening for a lot of people. We've had to ask ourselves, is this the direction we want to go? If you want people to change, if you want people to see a different future, one of the things they have to see is how their day by day, week by week choices stack up over time for their kids and grandkids. And by bringing that 20-year picture right up to their noses so that they can see it clear as day, it causes sort of a visceral reaction where it's clear something's got to change.
The challenges that we have in St. Joseph and our neighborhoods with poverty and education, much of that is systemic, and it's going to require work to get those things right. I think that while there are some things that we can do quickly, I think there are things that we need to understand are going to take time. But it's important to have a plan in place that creates that focus and that vision so that we sustain the effort over time.
There's a reason that poverty is generational, as an example. There's a reason that other issues become systemic over time. So now we've got to do the work of pulling all that apart and figuring out what are the root causes? How do we solve those? So 20 years from now, our kids and grandkids have an even better chance. We're going to invest in people, create a better place, and grow prosperity. How are we going to do that? We're going to improve our educational system, decrease crime and poverty, invest in projects that improve community appearance and livability, and grow and support leaders who want to make positive change. But really, how are we going to do that? With your help. Please read the plan at imaginestjoseph2040.com and sign up to be involved. The work doesn't end here. It's just beginning.